Hi all, I'm Isabella, but my friends just call me Bella. I have a sister who is 2 years older than me, Agatha. And she pisses me off. And you know why? Because she's better than me at everything. Literally everything. Agatha is a better student. Agatha is tall. Agatha is beautiful. Agatha helps out around the house and blah, blah, blah. I'm so sick of being compared to her all the time since I was little. Even at school, I kept hearing, "Isabella, your sister used to do all her homework, and with A's. Ask Agatha to help you with your projects." And "Your sister Agatha got first place in algebra. Why can't you?" Oh my gosh, you just can't imagine how tired I am of hearing that already. My sister graduated high school with honors and got into America's top university on a scholarship. And I went away from home to the most ordinary institute somewhere in the middle of nowhere. Most importantly, away from my parents, my relatives, and my sister. I never wanted to go home again, to hear those comparisons to Agatha again. Hearing mom and dad admiring her studies, her work, her fiancé. Yes, she's getting married soon. Probably found herself a guy as smart and tedious as herself. Why, probably? Well, it's simple. I haven't met him yet. "Bella, honey, Agatha is coming home this weekend with her fiancé, and we'd love you to meet him. You're coming to meet your sister's fiancé, aren't you?" I don't know. I have so much schoolwork to do. I might not be able to." "Bella, you have to come, especially since it's the long Thanksgiving weekend." "Really, I probably won't be able to." "Bella, please, I'm begging you." "Okay, I'll be there. But I warn you, probably not for long." "Okay, see you then, sweetheart. We'll be waiting for you." Friday came. I knew I should have left by now, but I didn't want to. I packed, just a little bit, just enough to last me a couple of days. Then the bus broke down on the way. Ugh, I knew I shouldn't have come. Even the bus didn't want to take me. I called my mom and told her about the breakdown and told her not to worry if I was delayed. The bus took longer to repair than expected. I arrived in our town just past midnight. When I arrived at the bus station, my mother called me and told me that Agatha and her fiancé were on their way to pick me up. It was quite chilly. I was standing at the bus stop, shivering from the cold, when I noticed a car's headlights. A cool red car pulled up next to me. The car window rolled down, and I heard Agatha shouting happily. "Bella, get in!" I waddled over to her. I climbed into the back seat and saw an awesome-looking guy. The kind of handsome guy you only see in a fashion magazine. My jaw even dropped. "Bella, this is my fiancé, Liam. Liam, this is my sister, Isabella." Liam turned to me and flashed his white teeth. "It's nice to meet you. Agatha's told me a lot about you." Wow, I wonder what. My breathing was interrupted. What was it? All the way I was silent and listened to their stupid couple jokes. They're clearly in love. And my heart was tap dancing. We arrived at my parents' house. Liam opened the door for Agatha, and then for me, and gave me his hand and squeezed it lightly for a moment. I even thought I was imagining things. I ran up the stairs and the door opened, and my mother came out to meet me and hugged me tightly. "Oh, Bella, I haven't seen you in 2 years. You've become such a beautiful girl." "Ma, for God's sake, stop it. You're embarrassing me." "And you haven't changed a bit. Still the same prickly hedgehog." We went into the house. It had been so long since I'd been home. It was so nice. If only Agatha wasn't there. I had nothing against Liam. Actually, I was scared out of my mind. The next day, of course, there was a celebratory dinner planned. I sat in my room and tried to do my assignments in the institute, but I couldn't concentrate. My thoughts kept returning to Liam, to his beautiful and seductive smile and the warmth of his hand. I flinched when there was a knock on the door of my room. "Hi, Bella. Can I call you Bella?" Yeah, sure. We're practically related." "Thank you." He smiled like that again. "Bella, your mom said we should go to the store and get wine for dinner. I don't know your town very well, and Agatha isn't feeling well. Would you like to keep me company?" Yes. What about Agatha?
Probably just acclimatizing. I'll wait for you downstairs then.
Okay. I closed the door and leaned my back against my chair. Oh, heart, don't pound so hard. I started rushing around my room. What should I wear? Something pretty? Something sexy? Fool, stop, Bella. What are you thinking? He's your sister's fiancé. I threw on a sweater and went downstairs to the street. Liam was already waiting for me in his car. He looked amazing behind the wheel of that sports car. We drove to a big supermarket and went inside. We were looking for the right wine, the name of which my mother had told him. Suddenly, I heard a shout.
Get out of my way!
I turned my head and saw a huge cart full of groceries flying at me. I felt like I was frozen, and everything went cold inside. I was about to say goodbye to my life, or at least one of my limbs. Then I felt someone tugging at my arm. I squeezed my eyes shut and collapsed to the floor. I can feel my arms and legs, I think. My head doesn't hurt. There's something soft underneath me. I opened my eyes and saw that I was lying on top of Liam.
Ow, that hurt.
Oh God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I'm just glad you weren't hurt.
Our eyes met for a moment, and I felt an electric current run through me. I then quickly jumped to my feet and helped Liam up. Thanks for saving me from a food cart.
You're welcome. I just couldn't let you remember our acquaintance with a broken leg or arm.
After that incident at the mall, it was like the stiffness between us was gone. We chatted back and forth. I learned that Liam comes from a very wealthy family, loves sports cars, and is into soccer. Also, he volunteers and helps rescue animals. A prince from a fairy tale, so noble, handsome, and rich. Agatha is so lucky. My sister met us in the doorstep. She looked okay. I spent the rest of the day in my room, and before I went down to dinner, I put on my prettiest dress. Well, the prettiest I had on me anyway. I should have brought more stuff. I didn't think I'd be in the mood to dress up. Ugh, I'm ridiculous. Downstairs, everyone was seated at the table. Dad, like a true father of daughters, was asking Liam about his plans for the future. Mom and Agatha were doing something in the kitchen, and I was just sitting there, admiring the guy across the table, my sister's fiancé. Even here she got the best of it. Such a great guy. After dinner, Agatha suggested the three of us take a walk in our park, where we'd spend time as kids. Already on the playground, she began to remember the time when we could still be with each other. Bella, do you remember when we used to play and swing on the swings here? Yeah, that was so much fun.
Only for you, Agatha.
Why not? We had a lot of friends. They were your friends. But you liked playing with me.
Yes, I did, but only until Mrs. Dimple scolded me.
Oh, yes. I remember how mean she was. Liam, imagine us little kids playing ball. So I handed to Bella, but she couldn't catch it. And then the ball went right into Mrs. Dimple's garden gnome. She got all red with anger. I was too young to explain anything, and Agatha said it was all my fault. But it was you who didn't catch the ball. Yes, of course. It's always my fault. It couldn't have been any other way. Oh, come on. You're acting like a child. It's so long ago. You know, as an older sister, you could have stood up for me. I got in a lot of trouble with Mom and Dad, and they had to buy that stupid new gnome. You always blamed everything on me, and everybody thought you were an angel. I got angry and left. All those hurtful words I'd been told as a child flashed before my eyes. It was like I was the devil and Agatha was a saint. Then I heard footsteps behind me. Liam was following me.
Bella, wait. I'm sorry you and your sister fought.
Why are you following me? Agatha's going to be upset about it.
I said I'd try to get you back. She's sad that you're still upset with her.
Look, you're Agatha's fiancé, so go to her and leave me alone. He stopped and I walked toward my house. I locked myself in my room and cried all night. And the next day, without a word to my sister or her fiancé, I went back to my dormitory. More than 6 months passed then. I was still worried about my last family reunion. I couldn't get Liam out of my mind. I knew I liked him a lot, but I also knew I had no right to interfere in my sister's relationship, even though we weren't really in a relationship. One day I was walking from the institute and saw Liam's car. What the hell? Why is his car here? To my surprise, Agatha got out of the car. She was looking at me strangely as if she was up to something. Bella, hi. What are you doing here? You know, Liam and I broke up. What? How? My eyes widened in surprise. But you're using his car. Yeah, he came with me. There's something I have to tell you. I'm so sorry. I realize I haven't been the best sister, and living in my shadow is awful. I never meant to hurt you or offend you in any way. It's just who I am. I understand, and I know it's just my complexes. You're good, but I'm not good enough. Don't be silly. You're wonderful, and you have to accept yourself. You don't have to be like me. My sister hugged me tightly and whispered, You're my sister, and I love you. Tears came to my eyes. Thank you, Agatha. Then Liam got out of the car. He was the man I hadn't expected to see. My sister looked over her shoulder and smiled shyly. Liam has something to tell you, and walked away.
Bella, hi.
Well, hi. I'm sorry, Agatha said you guys broke up.
Yeah, like 6 months ago, almost right after we got back from your parents. Anyway, I like you. I told Agatha I couldn't get over you. At that point, we weren't doing so well anymore. We were trying to work on it, but then I met you. I wanted to be with you. Agatha backed me up. I opened my mouth in surprise and looked at my sister. She saw my look and smiled and winked at me. I was in complete shock. I even had to pinch myself to make sure I wasn't dreaming. Liam laughed, pulled me to him, and kissed me. Next vacation, the whole family and Liam and I are going to the sea for a vacation together, and Liam and I have set a date for the wedding. Tell me, guys, did you like my story? Write your opinion about it in the comments below the video. Don't forget to like it, share the video with your friends, and subscribe to the channel.